Today's adventure takes us to the wilds of West Virginia to meet up with Austin, as well as another friend of mine who traveled all the way here from the Pacific Northwest. While I mapped out a route ahead of time, nothing could quite prepare us for the weather conditions as well as some of the scenarios we were about to encounter.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, that just happened. Driving about 300 miles right now. Headed to Snowshoe, which is in Dunmore, West Virginia. Meeting up with somebody you might know. His name is Nate, and he has a little channel called Dirt Lifestyle. He is on a big road trip right now around the country with his Land Rover Discovery. Always run 15 psi of boost and 1350 EGTs up hills, but when I do, it's because I'm desperately trying to keep up with Austin. To Snowshoe, where we're supposed to be meeting up with Nate. We don't have service, so hopefully he's not trying to reach us. But if we don't have service and didn't have service getting to this point, I don't know that he'd be able to reach us anyway. There he is. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man?
Howdy.
Austin.
Airing down for adventure.
Yeah, airing down for adventure.
Over here in the stream. We're on now shows as established road, and then it turns to double track. Hopefully there's not a posted sign here, because if not, we get all back in here. Lots of options. A log in the path that we've got to cut out of the way. I mean, technically we could go over it, but it doesn't help anybody else. Might as well clear it that way it's out of the way for the next guy. Chainsaw. Well, this was just a small log across the path. It was so muddy that trying to climb over the log, even fully locked, was almost not an option. Here's a perfectly good example of how weather conditions can affect your ability to get where you need to go. This hill is really nothing much to speak of, however, it is solid clay, and once that first top layer of dirt was broken off of it, it just got slicker and slicker. My all-terrain tires certainly didn't help. The fact that I had extra gear in the back weighing me down was not on my side either.
So it's getting more and more clay. Should I pull in there and see if he can make it? I'm gonna pull over where Nate is here to my left and give you a shot at it.
Alright, I'll try.
You've got to be kidding me. I could probably drive out of it.
You are not the first person to do this, so don't feel so bad. I've seen this happen.
I was gonna jump in and I'm like, nope.
Well,
That just happened.
so much
Honestly,
worse.
that's not that bad.
No, I mean,
it could be so
when
much
you said,
worse.
because I hadn't even looked at this, you said it was 8 foot down. I was like, nah.
What's
I mean, you
the
guys
plan?
follow me?
Are we pulling you back up?
No, I think I got to try to back.
Let's see if there's any damage first, and then we'll go from there.
Well guys, I did a really dumb thing. I set the parking brake, I got out, and I did not shut off the engine and put it in gear. As soon as I stepped away, my Jeep decided it was time to go rock crawling in this creek bed without me. It could have been way, way worse. And with a good spotter and a lot of maneuvering, I was able to work my way around and up the creek bank in a slightly different spot. Austin's Jeep, with mud terrain tires, a lot lighter and not loaded down with extra camping gear, was able to make it up no problem.
Well, everybody keeps saying they want to try my line, but Austin's the only one that made it up that hill. And now Nate couldn't make it. I didn't make it before. We're gonna about face and try another route.
This is exactly what I envisioned. East Coast, like, backwoods, Virginia type of area is looking like. This is just beautiful, and country is talking, and I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back now. You can top it. It's gonna be pretty fantastic. What elevation do you guys are you getting right now? Like, what does it say you're at? So me, it looks like we're just around 4,000. Yeah, we're at 3845. Let me check my Garmin info.
Our next route took us to the top of an area near Bald Knob, which is some of the most stunning scenery that I have seen in this area. Unfortunately, some of it has been deforested, but this area is in National Forest and pretty well protected. We hit more rain as we descended to an area where we started thinking about where we should camp. We came to an area known as Shaver's Fork, which is a lowland area near a river with several high points surrounding it.
Raining again. It's a little wet over here.
Alright, so if the place up top doesn't work out, this is your guys' camping spot for the evening. Over to the left there? Oh yeah.
I can dig it.
We continued ascending to our highest point yet, well over 4,700 feet. Unfortunately, this area had been deforested very recently, and there was no good spot to camp. We took in the views and headed down to the spot by the lake, where we made dinner and camp for a very peaceful night out in nature. Well, after a pretty spotty weather day, it's been very rainy off and on. We made camp, a little drizzle, made dinner, and it is currently not raining. We got this nice little, probably spring-fed pond right here next to us. There's a little river right down there too. It's gonna be a cool place to wake up in the morning. Got my little cot tent here. Nate's got the rooftop tent, and it's chow time.
It's
what do we make?
Amazingly still, amazingly perfect right now.
I think it's gonna be pitch black, dark when the sun goes down. Probably not gonna see any stars. Maybe patches. I see some blue sky. And it's gonna be quiet.
Gonna be quiet.
Just nature. So we got some steaks, sauteed up some onions and mushrooms. I still have my track loaded here from yesterday, and I can see the track that we had plotted and kind of where we went. So as far as getting out of here,
We can go back the way we came, but it's gonna be a lot longer than I did not realize how close we are to a highway here.
well, that's awesome. I mean, we haven't had cell service since we crossed into West Virginia, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Looks like we're only 5 minutes from the highway. Looks like we go back across that bridge.
To this intersection here, and then we just take that road. But we're gonna have to cross over a mountain range.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. I mean, nothing major, but like, look at all those.
Yeah.
You see all those switchbackies.
It looks like it
I
might.
doubt we're gonna have service in through there.
It turns back into a much smaller road once it gets down here.
Yeah, I mean, that should be a paved road.
That would be nice.
But yeah, Staunton. Yeah, I think you want to go through Staunton for sure, and I can just pick up 81 there.
I guess maybe we'll have some cell service there, and then 92, 250 continues east, which we both need to go east.
Yep.
All right, well, let's hit the road.
Yeah, dude. Well, leaving a very cool campsite. It's raining again. We got our route plotted out to get out of here. And away we go. Well, Nate and I parted ways shortly after hitting the pavement. He was headed back to meet up with his family in Virginia, and I back to Pennsylvania. There was some trouble on the highway on my way back through, so I did a little bit more exploring, took in some more views on the way home. All in all, this was a fantastic adventure. I'm so glad that Nate reached out to me on his road trip, and we were able to connect and have some fun times exploring the West Virginia wilderness and chats around a campfire. This trip was a last-minute thing with minimal planning, and it just goes to show that it's worth taking the moments that you can to spend time with great people, even if it means rearranging your schedule, because you never know when your next opportunity to get out and explore is going to be.